Good day to everybody. My name is Stewien, and I'm a South African and jurisdiction of South Africa. This is the property of South Africans, the government of South Africa. In this life, we have human beings on this planet. I happen to be a human being. And supposedly, every human being has a freedom and a right. Not in all cases. All you have in this life is a name and a reputation. And I honor my name and my reputation. I don't trash it. And neither do I trash my nation's name or their reputation. I stand as a South African and I do my job correctly. You have a business. People have businesses across the world. And I have a business. And I am the original researcher and developer of the quantum physics. That's the quantum physics of the climate and of natural disasters and what's taking place. The research, of course, took me 40 years to study and further advance it into quantum physics to perfection. You won't find any of this in any science books. I have further enhanced quantum physics to that state. And so I know my business, and that is who I am. And then, of course, in this life, every human being has supposedly the freedom of a faith and religion. Now, because as researched and developed and who I am, there is only one God, and in Arabic, of course, it's Allah. And there is no other. Science proves God, so by determination of my religion, I stand upright for God. And without God, none of this would work, of course. I am also a South African that has been human trafficked by the Gardaí of Ireland and by the Irish government of Ireland. And of course, along with their lawyers, who hold me through entrapment laws and captive in the state of Ireland. They have tortured me to death over a 7-year period, using illegal lethal drugs, and then have bribed many people and trying to get around this and just hold me in Ireland while they continue to try and kill me, my wife, and my children. Even though they have been given human trafficking violations from the President of South Africa, from the AU, the EU, and the United Nations. They have emphatically stated they are a sovereign state and they are above all law. They don't need to obey international law, not even human rights law. So that is an introduction into the state that I am in. And they have, as I said, blocked and stopped me across social networks, hold my salary, hold my pensions, hold my car. So you can imagine it's not a pleasant situation to be in. And then, of course, I've had to struggle back from the dead. My life revolved around study and research. A pastime love of myself was to study and to learn further, which I am incapable of doing now because the drugs have destroyed my short-term memory. But it has not destroyed what I learned and what I came here with in 2004. And I informed the ministers of this and begged them to go back to my country, South Africa, and warn my people and explain the physics and the science to my people. And they would then in turn decide whether, of course, to um, open it up for the world and tell the world people. But that is the reason why you will not find me handing out the quantum physics of this, and neither will you find me just openly declaring any of the physics of this, for it belongs to my state government and it's their rights and their decisions. Now, I want to go into the title of this is Gamma Rays Skewed as Black Hole Forms Might Reverse Time. Now, there is no reversing of time. Time only goes in one direction. You've got a clock on the wall that ticks away. It only goes in one direction. It doesn't reverse. That's the first point that I want to make. And as I said, I researched this, discovered it, and warned in 2004 of this. And in writing was given back letters stating, not important enough, good luck. And that leaves 8 billion people with the prospects of a sudden death, which they, which many times, as many people know, is a laughable matter to some people. It's not a matter that I laugh about. This is a serious matter, and there are people making a big joke of it, and solely because they have no understanding of it. Now, if you understand the physics of this, you would be more than alarmed. I even wrote and I said, you do not understand, and I said it clearly, you do not understand what you are up against. Now, I'll attach the link to this, and you'll see that scientists are alarmed at the size of the energy. That is all being pre-worked out, of course. And to the greater degree, it is multiplying at the mathematical ratio that I gave. The same Kevin Stewien that warned of the black holes on the sun and the black holes all over the universe that are now appearing more rapidly and more rapidly. Now, getting back to the explosion, if you understand the atoms involved in this, you will understand that the explosion is much bigger than what is being told. So be very careful. Scientists around the world, be very careful. What's coming, what it tells me, very clearly what is coming exactly as I said it would come. And the time period, of course, is exactly the same time. Then you have in the same report, you have scientists who say openly, we have no idea what is causing this. And then, of course, they say it's more complicated than simple mathematics. Now, that's why I advance the quantum physics, because the mathematics is that simple. You could take a science experiment, you use the right atoms, and you produce the result. And out of that, you will get the equation out of it. And you use the equation, and of course, all mathematics is simple mathematics. For example, you have F equals ma. That's force is equal to mass times acceleration. That is not complicated mathematics. That is very simple mathematics. And so you apply mathematics and it becomes simple. To understand it is even more simpler once you know what you're dealing with and what atoms you are dealing with, then it becomes simple. Now, as they have spoken over it all, they have no understanding of dark matter. They have no understanding of a black hole, how it is formed, why it is formed, the time frame of it forming, and what causes it. All found and discovered and openly written to about in 2004. And that's important because its impact on Earth, there are 8 billion people on this planet. And what 8 billion people are facing is a total disaster. And that's to put it mildly. Because if you read the report, of course, and you know the science behind it, you know the physics and the quantum physics, then you'll understand the importance of it. And you'll understand the impact of it. And that is not a joke, and nor a joking matter to make to anybody. And there are leaders in this world that are concerned about it. There are leaders in this world that would want to know about it. The size, of course, of the black hole of the sun is being hidden from everybody, and it is growing at the ratio that I said it was. But yet they are hiding that. Now, why would you hide something that is going to take place? What are you going to do without a sun? That is a disaster. That's a world disaster. And if it's not interest of the world people, then somebody's got a problem. And as we see across the air, they seem to be gunning for one man, Donald Trump. And all he's trying to do is get his nation back on the road. So there are leaders that are trying to get their nation back on the road. But it is a matter of one step forward and 5 steps backward. Now I might say I can advance, but you cannot advance if you've been hit back 5 steps at a time. And then you're walking in a backward direction, not a forward direction. So there are leaders that are concerned about this, and then there are leaders that are not concerned about this. So I'm not speaking to leaders that are not concerned about this. What's going to happen has already been worked out, right down to each nation, just about. And not one scientist across this world is telling anybody anything about that. That's plain mathematics. That's plain simple quantum physics. So there are people that think this is a big joke. There are people trying to get off this planet, right off to Mars and the moon and wherever. But that's what is happening. The exact thing that's happening here is what's going to affect those planets. And exactly what Kevin Stewien said. Because I don't do a business if I don't know my business 100% to precision. A man that there are a lot of cons, as this world knows, but I am not a con, and I'm not a fake, and I'm not a liar. I prove things scientifically. That means I produce the experiment, and then I produce the equation and formula to it. That is simple business. Business is business. It doesn't operate in lines. But as everybody sees, there are fake businesses. There are cons that are running around trying to con people in the world. Buy my product. Click on like me. I'm not here to be liked by you. I'm here to tell you the truth. And as it is, there are many that really hate me with a passion. When you hate somebody with a passion, and you want to kill him with a passion, you want to imprison him with a passion, and that is the truth. It took me 7 years to come back from the dead and to fight back to get my body to even look like a body again. It, I lost what I lost. Nobody has lost. I've lost my vision. I've lost my hearing. Not all my vision. I can see, but maybe blurred. I lost my life, my short-term memory. So that is when you read a book, you can't get past page one. If you read the same page and you can't remember what you read. And for a man whose passion, his love was learning, that's taking his life. So it's not a pleasant thing for me to live with, but a handicap is only a handicap until you learn to overcome it. I have damaged internal organs. None of my organs work properly. I have to forcefully, every single day, force his body into coming back to life. Because with a respiratory collapse, everything internally collapses. So in the morning, what would take somebody 5 minutes to get up and get ready takes me up to 4 hours before I can sit comfortably before you. Standing is a problem. My legs shake. 100% of the time. But I still try and push. I still try and move. And I still try and better my life and better this body. Because it only has to last me so long. And once it's gone, it's gone. And that's what they're trying to determine and to try and forcefully let me die quickly. And they've done that. Torture is one thing, and that's despicable in its own rights. Where has human beings got the right to torture others? South Africans, not even their own people, South Africans, that they brought here and hold them their prisoners for their own crimes. Not my crimes, not my doing. And then watching just about an entire world die while trying to hide and cover up and playing as if nothing's wrong. No serious problem. When the serious problem comes, people are going to run. That's for sure. My people are dying, and I fought 40 years to save my people. 40 years to save my people. And then you have madmen trying to kill people, destroy people, destroy their lives for their own crimes and their own ways. Thank you very, very much for listening.